All right, how's it going? This is going to be another episode in our series of back and forth videos between myself, the Newb, and my partner, Josh, aka Digital Security Goat. So I'm going to send him a video with some topics and questions, and he's going to send me a response as a video and talk about any kind of tips or hints that he can give me, any insight, any knowledge the gaps in my knowledge maybe, and then if there's stuff that I talk about that fills his gaps in knowledge, that's kind of the goal. Eventually we're going to be collaborating, so this is probably a good exercise to begin exchanging information and working on projects together in a way. So this first one I want to talk about EQ. I'm having issues with harshness in the vocals, and I don't know how to fix it. I'm going to pull up these are all the EQs for the vocals. And I do have the vocals doubled up because I keep hearing over and over that that's really the way to get nice, thick vocals that stand out. So here's my reverb. Okay, this might actually be exactly why I have so much harshness. I've got this spike here in the reverb, and that could just be it right there. Because it's at 5K, yeah, that might be what it is. So let me dial that back down just to 1. All right. So the only thing here that I'm seeing that I'm not doing is I'm not boosting high. I watched a video yesterday, and we talked about it briefly. It's the video where the guy was saying, here's 3 things you can do to make your vocals stick out of the mix and make them more present and punchy. And he was going through on a Mac on Pro Tools, and I was following along with the EQ sections and stuff, and then he pulls up a paid plugin. I can't even remember the name of it, Air something, and he's able to add boost at 40,000K, and where's this one? This one's open, okay. And it's like he said it's a really tiny amount of gain at 40K, so that it's like a slope from the top, from 22K or whatever the top of the project is. Because this tops out at what? Yeah, it's somewhere like 22K, I think. Whatever, it's half the sample rate, I believe. So he had this tiny ramp up to 40, and he said it basically just puts a little bit of air in the top end. So the first thing I'm going to try here is I'm going to add another EQ here, and maybe what I need to do is just gently boost my high end slightly. See, I don't think this... I wonder if I could just put in, see it 24K, not 22K. So I'm wondering if I could actually put in 44K. Oh, I actually, okay. Wow, you can. That's fascinating. Look at that. Okay. Something new that we learned. That you'll learn when you see this, that I just learned. All right, so I'm going to do a really wide band, and I'm going to just do like, let's say 1 dB of boost right there at 44K. So then there's that, and you could barely see it there. It's just like a roll up right there. We'll see how much that adds. And I also wanted to add more of I guess I can do 2 in a row. The only thing I'm worried about is if I do 2 in a row, I'm going to put this before the compressor. If I did a second one after this that was just a boost up in this area, I think that might not be good. So what I'll do is I'll actually just add it. I'll just add it to here, and I'll do a high shelf, and not so extreme. Just yeah, that looks good. 0.6. Maybe make this wider or more narrow. And I'll make it wider. 0.6 at. Let's get the frequency higher. Let's say. The video yesterday I saw. He was setting it like at 14, something like that. Okay, so we'll do that. That's just a little bit of a lift, and maybe these points are too much boost too, and that's why I'm getting harshness in the final render. So I'm gonna do these quick changes, and then I'm gonna make myself a wave and listen to it in my car, and maybe this will fix what I'm hearing, because there's certain parts of the song where the vocals just they just tear. They're like they're so awful in the ear that it's just like, you have to I have to back the volume off, and that's not good. Actually, what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to, because I want these all to be the same, I'm going to actually just copy this. Just paste it in here. So the points are all the same. And I could just do it on the bus, but then, you know, oops, that's the reverb. I don't want that there. Okay. All right, so is that it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Actually, it looks like I'm only doubled up on the chorus on this one, not on the verse. So to make the chorus like thicker and stand out better. All right, so that's it for EQ. Those are some of my thoughts of what things I'm trying, what I'm concerned with. And a quick note, I'm sticking with the re-suite for now because I really feel like I want to be able to focus on the song and the methods of mixing rather than which plugin am I going to use, or of the 10 free EQ ones I found, which one's suitable for this particular sound. I think that for me that's something that comes later. I feel like if I was beginning to learn to paint, I wouldn't go to the store and grab acrylic and oil and pastels and watercolors. I would try one type of paint and one type of brush or whatever, and you know, try to get really good at that, and then maybe expand from there. So I am really, for the most part, sticking to the re-suite for things like EQ especially. The other thing, what was I worried about with EQ or with what I could use some help with is parameter ducking, parameter modulation to duck. Let's see if I have it going here. Yep, see I have this one ducking, so the kick is ducking the bass. There it is. Oops, I just changed the order. I don't think it really matters. So I guess my question is this enough? And I should probably send you the full track. I'll send you a link to the track that I upload, so you can actually hear the results. So in this case, this is advice that I've heard. Let me get a new, I'm going to open up my band's email here. Let me get that out of the way. Is the ducking I'm doing on the bass and kick enough? So that's question 2. Question 1, EQ, methods, ideas for frequencies and cuts and boosts and making things fit together better. Anything you've heard or you've tried. So that's question 1. Question 2, ducking. Using the FX, the parameter modulation in Reaper I love. I've used it a lot. I think it's really good. Once I got the hang of it, thanks to you, I love it. It's amazing. What the hell is this track here? It's one I just turned off, I think. That's weird looking. Yeah, I think I turned it black because it's turned off. That's weird. So I'm doing ducking in a couple of places. I make the kick duck the bass. So every time the kick lands, the bass guitar moves out of the way so the notes aren't, you hear the kick cutting through clearly. It's working great. I have the snare duck the what I call the ambient bus, which is all the extra cymbal noise and stuff. Let's see, make sure it's working here. Yeah, there it is, see? So the snare just ducks, makes the cymbals move out of the way right there. Actually, I should probably do this. I should probably do that in the top too. Let's see, I don't know if this, yeah, it works. I was gonna say, I don't know if it will actually, let's see what the strength. I wasn't sure if it would actually use the side chain twice. Actually, does it? It should, right? I think my attack time is much too slow. And let's see their strength. Okay, so I'm getting method now. Okay, see, I think I need to actually send. Okay, so that's a question for parameter modulation. I have to make a third. I have to do channels 5 and 6. I believe that's actually. I think I've run into this before. So let's see. No. So we're gonna have to do from snare bus 2 ambient bus, and we're gonna make new tracks. And we're gonna do 5 and 6, right? And then this should be have 5 and 6. Boom, there we go. Okay. Turn our attack down. Ooh, I wiggled it the wrong way. Shoot, okay. Wiggle. Oops. I need to just disable this and start again, right? Okay. Up and down. I want it to duck up and down. Okay, why is it not working? It's not working. Okay, so this is something I still... Oh, now it's going up. Okay, maybe it's because... Maybe it's because those snare hits are so quick. But I guess that should do it. Yeah, that should work. Alright, so FX parameter modulation for EQ. What can I do to improve, or what are some of the essential things I need to be doing? Sometimes I have the vocal duck the guitar. In this case, I don't think I do. I could go look, but I don't think I have. Maybe I could do that right here. Let's do that right here. Oh yeah, also, when I do add new channels, oops. No, never mind. I thought I was going to ask if the audio came through with it, but I don't, it does not. There it goes. All right. So that should help the vocals move the guitar out of the way. Okay, so what I want to probably do is make this cue actually not as wide. That might be too extreme now. Let's just get the strength down on that. Alright, so stuff like that. Like if you see me doing something that you wouldn't do, or that you've heard not to do, or a suggestion to try something different, I'll totally listen and try it. Alright. I think that's all I really need help with. Oh, harshness. It relates to EQ, but that'll be number 3. So EQ... Parameter modulation, also related to EQ. Harshness, related to EQ. How do I get the harshness out of the damn cymbals? Let's look at what we got here. Here's the cymbals. I used this default stock band cymbals, but then I tweaked everything. Maybe I need to roll off a little higher. Maybe this is too... Let's do high shelf. Maybe that's what I need. What, at 20? Let's say 20? That could help the harshness, maybe. See, right now I don't hear anything. There it is. Even at negative 17 dB in the mix, when I run it through the what is it? The loudener? No, the limiter. The cymbals come out pretty loud. It's incredible how they cut through. Let me make sure my verb, okay, my verb has, it's pretty low, medium haul, regate to cut the tail off, and EQ, maybe this EQ needs to be before the verb. Does that make any difference at all? Okay, so that's it for right now. 3 items, all EQ related, but making the vocals stick out better. Anything you can recommend? I did try this 44,000. That's pretty cool. I'm excited to actually hear if that does anything in my car. I'm guessing I won't even notice a difference, but who knows? Maybe it's the thing I've been missing, or... Alright, so... you want to see my... Well, you have to sit through a render, which is annoying, but... 7? Today's the 7th, right? Yeah, okay. Alright. So, make you sit, just turn down way too low. Yeah, -7, and then my instruments are at -10. Let me just bring that up. Let me bring those up by 3. So we'll put it at -4 and see. There's just not much signal in that at all. It's really weird. So let's try that again. That's looking a little... So that's something you could advise on. Rendering taxes the crap out of my computer. I guess it does everyone's, right? Trying to log into... For me... Come on! Jeez. You'd think it wouldn't affect the internet, but I guess it affects Chrome. It makes Chrome slow down. No matter how fast the internet is, if Chrome can't pass fast, then hamstrung. Reaper is hamstringing my internet browsing experience. Damn you, Reaper. It's because of the project's huge, I think. It's taxes. I mean, it's calculating all those plugins, and I'm guessing doing this in the background probably isn't good for the mix either. Ideally, and running Camtasia, you know. All right, so what I do, I go to the bottom here, and I've got the wave. Look how tiny it is. So tiny. And I just bump it up to this track. And I already have preloaded. I have audio stats. That's to figure out my mastering level. So just hit play for a minute here. And let it... Oh, come on. That's without the master limiter. Alright, so -33 on average. You add 16 to that number, and that's your limiter threshold. So -33 plus 16. Set the threshold at -17. Ooh, so much louder. Okay. Then I just render this, and it's another render. You have to sit through that, but I'll end the video right here. But then I render tracks to stereo stems and mute originals. And you can see now it's a full waveform, and that seems to work pretty well. It seems like that is what I should be doing. I mean, it's everything I've read. That's where I should be. I think this wave might be. Oh, that was quick. See, now I have a nice full ass wave. Look at that.
There is good
Here.
deep in water,
Sure.
looking far across to that westward shore,
138. Yeah.
and we wandered through.
All right. Get my band.
Justified we're in the city core. Step into the water.
Get a peek behind the scenes of my band's Drive and Google, Gmail.
Yeah, we're trying to make it to the other side forevermore.
Not in a serious way, but just trying to be as organized and good as possible. So here's the album. I have a mixes folder. Just drop this baby in there. There it goes. All right, I'll send you a link to that, and give me a critique. Listen to the mix if you want. So try to answer my 3 questions if you can. Again, EQ for vocals, parameter modulation, and that would include ducking. And then what was the third thing? Harshness. Try to get the harshness out of the vocals and the cymbals if possible. So, all right, I'm going to end there because I got to run.